welcome to the Who What Where show. I'm Azz Mohammed.
I'm Stevie Nicks.
And this is all about charity, isn't it?
It's about giving at Christmas and helping others.
It certainly is. And this one is called Sheffield in Need.
We go to St Luke's, we meet the staff with the Sheffield Wednesday players who are giving out presents to the patients.
And then we go to Hallam FM where we see some of those presents being handed in by you amazing people. After that, it's Western Park Hospital where the Sheffield Wednesday players arrive, meet some of the patients and hand out gifts.
Then we go to Bluebird Wood, once again with the Sheffield Wednesday team. They're also giving out presents there, but this is a fantastic, humbling experience because they're all children.
And it's all happening on the Who What Where show. Right, so first of all, St Luke's.
We went to St Lukes Hospice. What an amazing place. We met the patients, we met the staff, and we also went with the Sheffield Wednesday players who gave out presents. Some of the patients even said that this visit made their life.
Lukes is a hospice in Sheffield, so we effectively provide end-of-life care to any adult in the city. So any adult suffering an illness that has no cure, we are there to care for them and their loved ones and their families, to make sure that they receive obviously all the medical care, but lots of other types of care as well, to ensure they receive dignity at a very difficult time for them and their families.
I was reading on the website that a lot of the care is free of charge. Is it for the residents that come in? Is that right?
So basically the way we work is we are a charity, so we receive a proportion of our funding is through the government, that's around 24%, and the rest we raise in Sheffield. But when patients and their families receive care at St Luke's, that care doesn't come with a cost. So when people are in the hospice receiving that care, things like meals and obviously any associated costs are, that doesn't come to the families, we cover those costs.
How many people do you actually have that live in the unit on a regular basis?
So we've got a 20-bed inpatient centre, so at any one time there's up to 20 patients using the services, but what lots of people wouldn't realise is that actually many of our patients aren't based here at the hospice, they're in their own homes.
Okay.
So we have a team of community nurses who every day are right out across Sheffield, from Stocksbridge to Woodseats, Gleedless to Ecclesall. They're covering the whole city. And
how many nurses do you have?
So 17 community nurses who at any one time they're out and about in people's homes, giving them care in their own beds.
180 amazing staff, 700 volunteers, £9.1 million needed per year. This is the best bit. They touch the lives of 5,000 people in Sheffield per year. Unbelievable. There's a few teddy bears behind me. Which what do they do? What's the meaning behind the teddy bears?
Yeah, so the bears that you've referenced there, lots of people don't think about young people visiting hospices because obviously we care for adults. But what you tend to find is actually we have lots of kids here because they're visiting grandparents or parents. And our chaplain Mike came up with a project where basically any child visiting the hospice to visit a loved one can actually adopt a bear, a teddy bear. Okay. The teddy bears get given the same name badges as us. They can come up with a name for the bear, the kids. Wow. And then that bear can actually be used as something to, I suppose, become a bit of a focus for the child to make it a more kind of straightforward and easy experience for them. But what you tend to find as well is obviously with certain illnesses, patients' appearances may change, their voice may change. That can be quite distressing for children. So the bears actually all have a little handmade backpack on as well, and children can use the backpack to exchange messages with patients and can send chocolates and things like that. So what you tend to find is that actually Mike has had young adults come up to him years later and they've still got their bear. It's still it has that meaning and memory to them. So it's quite a simple idea, but it's very effective.
Now today, Sheffield Wednesday come in, the Sheffield Wednesday team. What does that mean to the patients that are here with obviously that team coming?
Sheffield Wednesday come today is a massive thing, and I think because it's for the players who are going to come today. Obviously, they're giving up their time and they're coming into probably what will be a strange environment for them.
What are they going to be doing while they're here?
So the plan is that we will take them on and we will actually show them what a hospice is and does. So they'll have a tour of the facilities. But most importantly, they will get to go in and they'll actually meet patients in their own environment. So they'll meet patients in their rooms. And these are people that may have supported Wednesday since they were children. I mean, we might have lifelong Wednesdayites in there today.
What does it mean to you for Sheffield Wednesday coming to visit you, at this time of year at Christmas?
Today, this is made for us.
We've had a rough few days.
We lost my dad on Sunday.
Oh,
and
sorry to hear
like
that.
this.
Sorry to hear that, sorry.
So it's been a bad time.
Yeah.
But this is really made it.
Where can people fundraise? Is there a Just Giving page, or is there, you send your links, plug your links, and then where people can donate? If there's a phone number where people can ring up the volunteers, for example. Sure. Have you got the number for them to be able to do that if they want to volunteer?
Telephone number is 0114 236 9911. That's our main reception line here. Yeah. What I would say is there is a way for absolutely anyone to get involved. The first point of call, as always, would be our website. That's got all the information you need on.
What's the URL?
So it's www.stlukeshospice.org.uk. But yeah, no, so the website has everything on it that you'd need. It's a go-to for all our events, for all our initiatives. I mean, one of the big things we're running at the moment is we're running our Christmas campaign. Yeah. So that is about creating happy memories for people of Sheffield, obviously at what may be a difficult time for them. And in running that campaign, we've shared several real-life stories of people that have genuinely been affected by our work. That's people that are currently receiving care, and it's the family members of those who've died as well. So the Christmas, Christmas is such a big time for all of us, isn't it? It's when you get your family around you, you eat well, you drink well, you sleep well, hopefully. Yeah. Now, for some people, this Christmas isn't going to be as easy and straightforward as that. So what people can actually do is get behind us and leave a gift that will hopefully create a little bit more of a positive memory and a straightforward experience for people this Christmas.
Wow.
I know.
Talk to me about some of the older people that you met. What was that like?
In Sheffield, though, if you're over 18 and you've got a terminal illness, St Luke's is probably one of the places that you would be. They touch over 5,000 people's lives in the Sheffield community. I've got some facts for you, which you will not believe, right? They have to raise £9.1 million per year. Wow. 6 million of that is through donations, which is absolutely unbelievable. They've got 180 staff and they've got 700 volunteers that work for them. They are absolutely massive as in that respect. There are 5,000 people in the community, which says it all. They do need the funding. Like I say, there's a shortfall between 6 million and 9 million. They really do need your help, and they need everybody's help in the community. The way that you can help is this. They have a website, www.stlukeshospice.org.uk. If you've got a spare £1, it's Christmas, you can help.
And everything is just below us here, so you can see it all.
Yep.
Now, would you believe 1 in 4 local children are living in poverty? That's
terrible.
Terrible. It's bizarre. Now, I've got some figures here for you. Mission Christmas last year in 2016, over 1.2 million in gifts and cash was donated, making Christmas special for over 24,000 local children. That's just absolutely amazing. Take a look at this.
Once in a while, once in a while.
Cash for Kids are a local grant-giving charity. So we're based at Hallam FM. So we're full-time fundraisers. We're raising money all year round.
What does it mean for the kids, this?
Well, basically, this campaign that we're doing at the moment, this is our sort of winter grant round, if you like, Mission Christmas. We regularly hear stories from social workers, from food banks that are literally, they are helping families that are going through the worst times of their life, is the easiest way to put it. So this campaign, Mission Christmas, that we're in the middle of right now, is to try and ensure that all these children that are going through these tough times have presents to wake up with on Christmas Day morning. We're literally anticipating about 60 to 70,000 toys and gifts are going to drop through these doors throughout the whole campaign to try and help all these children. We're currently on track to help at least 25,000 children.
And these gifts that are handed in, I mean, there's a huge amount of gifts. I mean, we've been walking around here having a look at some of them. Are you surprised at the amount of gifts that turn up?
I've been doing this for 3 years, and I think in the 3rd year now I'm starting to understand how generous South Yorkshire is. And you can see in our stock room, some people that are going through tough times themselves that still want to help others may only be able to afford to buy a selection box or a toy, a small toy or something, whereas other things can turn up. We just had a £110 bike donated to us this morning, and the generosity really does overwhelm you. Even now I'm still a bit gobsmacked by the generosity of some of the people that bring stuff in.
It might be past the cut-off date, but they can still give in presents, can't
they?
We're
probably too late now to accept gift donations, but we do have a website. You can visit Hallam FM's website, hallamfm.co.uk/mission. You can make an online donation there. You can still send a text message. You can text the word Hallam to 70808. That will make a £5 donation. donation. You can visit the website and choose to donate as much as you like. We're still going to be working right till the end of the week. We've still got roughly about 3,000 children to help. We've got a lot to do in the last couple of days. Like I said, I've got a small army of volunteers that are helping us. Again, we couldn't do it without them. And these volunteers have been absolutely amazing. I mean, there's been some days where we've just had empty shelves. It's the worst feeling in the world when we're looking at our system and there's 25,000 children that need your help, and we're staring at a huge warehouse that we've got that's got no gifts in it. These guys, they've been going out in the cars, they've been collecting money from the workmates, the friends, the family, collecting money, buying some presents for us to get us over the line, and they're donating their time as well. You know, it's all down to their businesses and organisations that let them have the day off work to come and volunteer for us. We really couldn't do it without them.
Amazing stuff. Well, I'll let you get on your way. You look like a busy man, so thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you for your time and support.
Thank you.
How many presents?
Would you believe 60 to 70,000 toys? Just wow, 60 to 70,000.
I couldn't believe how many presents. That was unbelievable.
It is unbelievable, and they plan to help over 25,000 children.
Wow.
So next.
You went to Weston Park, didn't you? Is that right?
I certainly did. Of course I did. Weston Park. Now, Weston Park is a part charity-funded hospital that's run for cancer patients. It is, some money is given by the NHS, but then it's all down to charities. Now, they do a remarkable job, and I'm not even just saying that. We were on hand there. I was there watching it all take place in front of me, and the organisation, the way everything works, it's just brilliant. So what we did is we followed the Sheffield Wednesday players around. They were handing in gifts, met some of the patients, and we got to speak to some of the players as well as a patient. Take a look at this.
Weston Park Cancer Charity is here and we exist to support the work of Weston Park Hospital. So we're here to create a better life for our patients, for those who are on their cancer journey. So we provide things like cancer treatment, cancer research, cancer care. For instance, when people receive the diagnosis of cancer, a lot of our supporters tell us it's not the diagnosis itself that is the worst. It's the effect it has on people's emotions, the effect it has on their finances.
And having that support here, obviously it costs quite a bit of money to keep that running. And what do you rely on here?
We rely on the support of the general public, and we have massive support. Weston Park Hospital is a much loved institution in Sheffield, and we have people constantly walking through the door. Often it's patients who have been so grateful for the treatment of Weston Park Hospital that they come in and say, how can I support you in the future? Anything from a sponsored head shave to putting on a massive event. And all of these things add up. So if people think that their £50, their £100, their £3,000 isn't going to make a big difference, let me assure them that every penny, when we count it all up, can make a massive difference to the people who are here.
So let's talk about today then. We hope it's a joyful day for many here today. What's happening?
Well, today's a very special day. We've got some of the best players from Sheffield Wednesday coming to visit, and this is something I can't describe. There aren't words to describe the effect it has on the hospital. It is such a massive morale booster for the patients and the staff as well, because we all know that nurses and doctors work very long hours, and so there's always this big buzz in the hospital when people know that the players are coming round. We have and have enjoyed a fantastic relationship with Sheffield Wednesday for many, many years, and I hope that continues well into the future.
When you visit hospitals and you see the people that are in difficult situation, because they are not worse situation than you are when you are sick because you don't have healthy, and it's very, I must tell that it's very hard to meet. So it's especially when I go to hospital and see kids with machines and so on. Is to me is believe me, it's very, very, very hard to go.
What's it like when you're here and you're walking around and you see the patients?
Yeah, it's hard at times, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you see little kids, older people, which I think they should like enjoy life. Instead they come here every 2-3 weeks, having chemo and going through basically hell. It's hard to see, but it's reality, so it's good for us to see it once in a while.
it's very refreshing, and I think it's very important to come here and show us as Sheffield Wednesday Football Club that you know, we can go into a community and show that our almost compassionate side, in the fact that, you know, we're going there with our best wishes, and on a reality side of things, it does put things into perspective. You know, around the Christmas time, people have got families, and to see some of the people here, what they have to go through, is yeah, it's an eye opener.
And you've met some of the players today as well. And what's that been like?
It's been nice, really, because I'm a bit, you know, out of touch really with football now, aren't I? I don't really, you know. I always like watch results, and I like to know that, you know, that they do well, but I'm not as keen, you know. You lose it a bit, don't you?
Have you had a bit of a talking to the players?
Yes, I've told them. I said next, not to mess about and not to have to keep going to Wembley for playoffs, to try and get, you know, sorted before it gets to that point. Because we always have to go to, you know, last time, was it Huddersfield they had to play and they lost, didn't they? So they didn't get to Wembley, did they? You see? Mess about till the last bit.
Well, let's hope they do a lot better this time around.
Oh, you just got to get a bit of motivation.
And just finally then, if people want to donate, where can they go or what can they do?
If people want to donate, no matter how large or small, we never return anything away. We would encourage everybody to go on our website, which is westernpark.org.uk, and you'll find on there facilities to donate. So please, I would say to people, dig deep this Christmas and think about those who are facing cancer.
Amazing, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, cancer, first of all, is an absolute traumatic thing to go through. I'm glad we've got an hospital like that to actually combat it and help.
Of course, I certainly do as well. And as you saw just there, we spoke to, you know, the organiser there, we spoke to a patient there, as well as some of the players. And even themselves, they were just, you know, amazed at how the people took it, you know, over there. It's just remarkable. So it's such a great place as well. And the staff at hand are amazing. You guys are brilliant. Honestly, you're brilliant.
So I went to Bluebird Wood. Bluebird Wood is a children's hospice. I've got 3 children. I cannot explain to you how much this meant to me and how much it affected me and the way I felt when I left the hospice in the first place, when I was leaving. Right, all children of all ages go there if they're at a stage where they're terminally ill. We speak to the Sheffield Wednesday players who are there giving out presents, but it's more than them giving out presents. This is all about the actual hospice itself and what they do for the community. You're going to like this, and I know you're going to get touched by it, so have some tissues ready because there is some very emotional scenes here, so honestly, have a look. What's your name?
Courtney.
Courtney and?
Josh.
Josh. What's it like with Sheffield Wednesday players? Does it give you a buzz? Is it?
Yeah, it's quite nice having visitors. It's a quiet place.
Do you have many visitors here?
Yeah, quite a few.
So the staff, do you become friends with them in here? Do you see them as family?
Yeah, they are a big family.
Yeah, a lot of them, to be fair, are just as nice as people you'll meet. They just want to help you and like.
Yeah.
They know us inside out and what we like and what we don't like. And if we're upset, they give us the biggest support ever.
We're here now with Barry Bannon, one of Sheffield Wednesday football players. Now, how many years have you been coming here, Barry?
Well, I did a different one last year. I didn't come to this one. This is the first year I've been to here, but I've done a lot of things at previous clubs as well. I went to Acorns in Birmingham at Aston Villa, and I think we sponsored Acorns at the time, so it was good to go and see the kids, and it's put a smile on their face today. It's the little things like this that go a massive way in some of these kids' lives.
Well, since I've joined the coaching staff, this is the 3rd or 4th year in a row that I've come here. Get a really good reception from everybody. All the staff are fantastic and the players seem to love it. I mean, it's such an amazing thing that these guys do down here, and until you actually visit the place, you'd be oblivious to what actually goes on behind the scenes. I mean, we're well aware that to run every year, I think they have to raise around the £4 million mark, so and 9 times out of 10 they always seem to get there. Some of that is funded, but obviously a lot of it comes from private donations, and I think the fact that they're sort of so far out of Sheffield or anything like that, it might make it that little bit more difficult. So any sort of advertising that they can get, any help we can give to promote the place is is obviously a good thing.
Well, do you know what? We're raising money for people at home. We're trying to raise money for people like yourself and trying to help people.
Yeah.
We ask people at home, please ring in, please donate. He's asking you as well, just to donate and try and help and keep this place open, because it needs to stay open, because there's a lot of people that need help, and it's easy to sit at home with your Christmas turkey in the oven.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Me too. Let's go and get a McDonald's. From a parent point of view, what kind of support do Bluebird would actually give to the parents?
Bluebird would offer support to parents and the rest of the family, especially in cases of need and end-of-life treatment. We received that treatment and that care for our other young boy that passed away in Bluebird Wood. We used this facility from when it was first opened until 2015, and we were looked after tremendously from the staff, the doctors, the nurses, the transport people, and it's a really lovely, caring atmosphere.
And just finally, what do you say to people who might not have donated yet or thought about donating towards Bluebird Wood?
No, like I said, it's me coming in here today. It touches everybody that probably comes in this building, so I'd like to just say to people that are watching, if you can, there's websites and stuff out there, if you can go onto the websites and even if it's just a little bit, just try and donate, because like I said, I've been taken aback by coming in here today, and I'll be going home and donating, and I'm hoping everybody that's watching this can donate and make it a lot easier for these kids that are in here and like enjoying themselves.
Do you know what? Right, I tell you now, when I spoke to Roger lost his child, and one of his other children, a child's in there as well, and he just an unbelievable guy. But not even just him. Everyone we spoke to today, even the Sheffield Wednesday players, it was all heartfelt from them. And they meant it. They meant everything they said about being there. I'm a Sheffield United fan. It doesn't make a difference to me whether you're Sheffield United or Sheffield Wednesday. What did make a difference is that they were there to make a difference. There's one little boy who we spoke to who was fantastic, didn't even like football when he first went in there. 3 years ago, Sheffield Wednesday team went in there, like we saw in the show. What they actually did, they touched his heart that much, and it was such an emotional thing to him. He now is a massive Sheffield Wednesday fan. This is an organisation that does need funding. This is an organisation that does need your help. How you can help is this. You go to www.bluebirdwood.org.uk. Click on there and you can donate.
You certainly can. So do that. The links are all there again along the bottom here. They are there, and if you want to find more, they'll be in the description. Everything you can find wherever you're watching this, whether it's online or wherever. If not, you can see it below us. Do what you got to do. Donate. Give as much as you can. Trust me, it does help. We've basically gone from, we've shown you Hallam FM, all the presents that you guys are doing, brilliant stuff. And then what? We've gone to the Western Park
and St Luke's, Western Park,
and then all the way to the actual children. Now I'm glad this guy's gone there, because obviously for me it'd be too much. Yeah, I can't bear to see that.
I did think that at the time. You know, I did think that it did take a lot out of me when I was driving away.
I hope you've enjoyed watching it as well, and hats off to everybody involved, including the players, the club itself, the charities that have helped us, and obviously getting us all involved to give you this amazing
Thank you
show.
for inviting us, because without you, we wouldn't have been invited in the first place.
And well done to everything, well done to the presents as well, and thank you for watching this programme. Hopefully you can donate, all the numbers are there, you know, you'll see them along the screens. Please do so.
And one thing that we will say to you all is Happy Christmas. Have a fantastic Christmas and a fantastic New Year.
Certainly do that. We'll see you when?
In 2018.
Hey, you got it in the end.
You like that, yeah? I got it in the end.
You got it finally.
2018 it is.
See you then.